At least this one doesn't have a lot of complicated
Well, there is an overdub too.
piano. But I don't know if that's the piano to overdub.
I mean, it's not happening soon because you have to make it, you know, with the tuning and everything.
Where were you standing when you
I
were
was
playing?
pretty close, man. I
Okay.
was like out right here.
Okay. All right.
Sounded really good in the cameras.
When you are. Okay, here we go. Rolling.
Hasta la vista, amigo. No le digo adiós. Se lo dije cuando tenía algún significado. Se lo dije cuando era triste, solitario y final.
ELM, as we know it now, was actually born only maybe 2 years ago. The four of us made the core group of the band, but as an ensemble we started to play together maybe 4 years ago, and with some of us have been playing together for many more years. And we've been playing in different ensembles, different groups, jazz, Arabic, so I mean it goes back a long time. And then at a certain point, James actually suggested we should do something a little different from jazz. I mean, after all, I was Italian, we knew somebody, you know, the guitar player who used to play with us was from Ukraine, and there is this other friend of ours, Naji, who's from Lebanon, and so why don't we get together and try to do something different?
We had musicians from, about 4 different continents and I think, 6 different countries. And so I really wanted to kind of make that kind of the feature of the band. And it worked to some extent.
There were 7 people in the band originally, and now it's distilled down to 4 of us. Mark was probably the most prolific writer. Jim also. Jim can write a song at the drop of a hat. Aaron and I, we each have a song on the disc, which is kind of exciting for both of us, I know. But it's just one of those things. I think we bring something to the table, and it's not, matter of fact, it's one of the first times that I've been in a band where it's, okay, here's an idea. What do we do? How do we do this? And we all actually have a say in it, which is really cool. We all pick it apart, we all arrange it, we all suggest this, throw this out, do this, do that. And it happens with all the songs. And it's really kind of nice. Usually, you know, every band I've been in, it's like, I'm the drummer. What do I play? Do this. Okay, great. Okay, let's go. And that's it. You know, this is completely different, completely different. I used to tell my wife that I wanted to have children, and I wanted to have 5 of them at least. One to play bass, one to play drums, one to play guitar, one to play keyboards, one to sing. She goes, silly Ed, children are their own people. Maybe you want that, but you know, they may not want that at all. I think it's the same thing with the song. I mean, you create a tune. I mean, you can mold it yourself and do it everything yourself, but I think it sounds like it. It's like when you create a tune, you gotta give it up. And when you're in a collaborative situation like we are, give it up here.
This is a collective of composers and that type of thing, but at the same time, nobody's very precious about their tunes. We can drop our kids off in the rehearsal room, so to speak, you know, our songs, and they're handled well by the other members of the group. We trust each other.
I mean, we didn't even play gigs for 2 years. We just practiced almost every week. And by practice, it's not just running scales or getting the particular passage right because the notes were difficult to play one after the other. It's just practice in the sense that we take a song, we stripped it down, and then we build it up again. And so this is what we have now in this record is the product of all this work that we've done.
You ready, Dave? Jim?
Rolling!
Okay. It's kind of fun.
This ensemble is first and foremost an experimental music ensemble. It's a collective kind of work that we do. And it's a very dynamic process, this kind of group composition.
I think that when the flute comes in at the beginning, second time through the head, it needs something a little extra. You know, I'm not a great bass player, so when the bass player actually starts playing, you know, I know he's going to be able to bring things to it that I would never think of. So I try to leave space in there for him to do that, and also encourage, say, hey, you know, if something doesn't feel good, you know, change it, man. Do something that does feel good. And same thing with the percussion. Ed probably goes nuts with everything I try to ask him to do. I'll try to ask him to do things 20 different ways, you know, just because I want to hear what the different possibilities are. And, you know, finally we'll all hit on something that says, hey man, that was really good. So we've taken to recording all our rehearsals just in case that magic moment happens, and so we can actually remember what it was we did.